Greetings, fellow travelers, and welcome to another episode of XCOM multiplayer. Today I'm going to be using Tokrok's squad for the third and last time, and this time this is happening in a ranked game. I am playing a person who has a rather insane amount of hours, which is close to 400, I think, as we will see near the end when I go to their Steam page. The squad is the assault that you see on your screens right now, plus 2 smoke jumpers, a sectoid commander, and a thin man. The smoke jumpers are, the regular LPR scope, and the assault recon or recon assault is with a scatter laser, a skeleton suit, because you saw, as you saw, she just used the grapple, and then thin man and sectoid commander are unmodifiable. I'm opening with a very basic kind of foundation thing, which I think allows for a variety of options after you realize what your enemy is doing. Because I'm making the first turn, I haven't heard their movement, obviously, so I have no idea what's going on, and yet I have to move my units around. I have edited out the enemy turn, and but I can assure you that I've heard several sectoid feats, several sectoid feet, and 1 human, and I go scouting with Thinman, and I see 1 sectoid and 1 super soldier, which was to be expected. Then there's a bit of research on the super soldier, and it's an assault with a whole range of abilities. I forgot what the name of this subclass is, but it's the one that is psychic as well. So they come with the mind train, the mind control, and then I think the psi panic, and so on and so forth. Here I am considering whether to take action or to withdraw, and I decide to withdraw. By the way, withdraw unfortunately to a incorrect position, which triggers the overwatch. I think if I had gone directly back behind me, then the overwatch would not be triggered. But again, this is just my impression. I'm not 100% sure about that, but what I am 100% sure about is that the move I did make was the wrong one, because my thin man ended up dead. And I also ended up spending most of my time on deciding what to do with the thin man and on the research and development of that the assault unit, and so don't have much time left, and I have to put everyone on either Hunker or Overwatch. Next turn, I left this in because there's a sound of a sectoid going through the window pane on the other side of the building, so the opponent is going for flanking, and through some movement scouting, I see that the super soldier has not changed their position. I know also that just staying in your own just maintaining your position is often certain death, because the enemy most likely will move around, and knowing where you are and seeing no movement from you will try to do their best to flank you. So that is why I start moving my troops around as well, and I think not this one exactly. So I hide my my sectoid commander, because there is advantage in them not knowing that you actually have this unit, and not knowing for a longer time what exactly what kind of build you're running. So far they've only seen thin men, so everything else is pretty much a mystery. They have no idea if I have anyone, unless they heard the grapple. They have no idea if I have anyone or not, and so one of their units comes for a scouting mission, and according to the sound of the feet, this was the super soldier. I don't have any vision on them, because my smoke jumper is a bit further away, and I think they also withdraw maybe from there. But they also have a sectoid on the left, there we go, who tries to flank me. But at the same time, and my overwatch fails drastically. Usually the smoke jumper's aim is quite good, but in this case I guess the luck wasn't on my side. There was a bit of a mistake on the opponent's part, I must say, that bringing sectoid all the way down to the corner of the counter is probably not the best move, because if you go just to the first cell of the counter, for the first half cover, you do not trigger the Overwatch as far as I know, but you get the same, pretty much the same vision. Maybe you would not see the one closer to the street side smoke jumper that is closer to the street side, but you would definitely see the one over there to the back door. Okay, so I'm doing some more movement scouting, for lack of a better term, and I can see clearly that he has left the position that was near the burned out unit, but there's one unit over there, and I think I missed the other one. Maybe I'll find them very soon, because I decide to scout a bit further with my sectoid commander. That move over there does not trigger any Overwatch, so it is pretty safe to, if not to use it for attacking, at least see who's out there. And yeah, the super soldier is there, so that was the unit that was scouting. I briefly consider an attack by the sector commander, and namely mind control or any other psych attack. I have seen that they have high will, but I just wasn't sure how much what percentage I would get. 10% is pretty low. I have used before. I have risked and used 35, I think, and it worked. This, I think, is one of the videos. But I thought the 10 was a bit too low, and they would just leave my my commander exposed, and that would not be a very good thing, because he is I think he still is my most expensive unit, and I ran out of any kind of time, and I had to put everyone into Overwatch. I keep putting Overwatch on the soldier upstairs because I think I wasn't completely sure what armor the super soldier was using. I think it was in the end. I think it was Titan. I think I still haven't paid enough attention to it. So just in case they would just pop up. I'm not sure again that triggers Overwatch, but I think I was just doing it instinctively. There was no way to hanker them up there anyway. So I guess the Overwatch was kind of like, you know, pretty much the only thing to do besides missing a turn. So the two sectoids appear again, and one of them. See, this time the Overwatch wasn't triggered, I think, because they didn't go far enough. And so they suppress my guy, and one of them suppresses my guy, and another one takes a shot, which lands and does 4 damage, which is pretty decent for a sectoid. Okay, and the turn is again ours. Now I see that there's definitely someone there, and I think I assume that that's the super soldier. He has moved in, and he's moving further in for the kill. So I decide that there's no more time. There's no more time left to waste, and I use the combat stims so that I can use the assault recon to in the best possible way, I guess, not to waste them while my other units are dying. And also, since the opponent's attack has basically started, I move in my sectoid commander, and I think this is when I realized I wanted to just grenade the guy. And I realize it's a sectoid, so I just mind tray the sectoid back to the Oblivion from whence it came. And that is accomplished. Now I have a suppressed unit in 0 cover, and moving him away could be potentially dangerous because his health is down to 3 anyway. And I use the other smoke jumper to take out the sectoid who is doing the suppression, who is putting on the suppression, I guess. So this guy is free to move, and he can finally see who's in there, and that's the super soldiers over there. I take a 60% shot and miss, but make a hole in the wall that will become important later on. Okay, so this is now the opponent's turn. They have left they are only left with the 2 units. There's a sectoid over there, which I lost vision on because I moved away my smoke jumper. And obviously there's a super soldier who uses their psych abilities successfully and mind controls my wounded smoke jumper. I don't know if this was the best thing to do at this point. If they hadn't done it, they could use it more successfully later on. But I don't know. This probably could go many different ways, but they chose to make that move. I'm not sure I would do the same thing if I were running their squad, but then again, I'm not sure that I would be running their squad. So he's still trying to flank me from the other side, or at least kind of bog me down with the remaining sectoid, and he puts suppression on that smoke jumper. Now I'm left with 3 units. One of them is suppressed, one of them is basically a psychic unit that has no powers, and the third one discovers that, not discovers, but just goes up to, because we already know where the super soldier is. And again, I forget that that class of recon, also not recon, that class of assault also gets the ability to shoot you on sight if you get too close, which the name of the ability obviously I forgot. But we do manage to do 9 critical damage, which is pretty decent. This is the most you can do with a scatter laser. I go for taking out the smoke jumper that is mind controlled. It was fairly easy. He had only 3 health, and I was flanking him. The reason I do that instead of attacking the super soldier is that even though the sectoid commander would probably survive attack from the mind control unit, it would be kind of psychologically devastating to have that unit like in your back, basically. So I would rather keep my sectoid commander healthy. And he has a grenade that he can potentially use, and so we just remove that extra enemy for the price of not laying on extra damage on the super soldier, who has just eloped. They moved to their blue. I could tell this by the amount of noise they made, and now they moved to their yellow. And I think at first they were trying to do a shot from the cover from behind there, but it didn't work out. They didn't get vision. Either that, or they were considering doing an overwatch, but again they didn't do that. Probably to get just more distance between them and the assault, who has still an insane amount of movement, and it will still be no problem for the assault to catch up. I'm doing again a bit of scanning around with my possible movement. I find the unit, and now I'm considering which cover to take. I don't think it made much difference, but at that point it seemed important, so I did it. I got shot in the face again. Because of that ability, which I still don't remember. I think it's some sort of awareness something. Is it critical awareness? No, that's something else. Anyway, the sectoid was also moved back to protect the super soldier, and super soldier also takes a second shot, which didn't happen the first time. So I'm not sure if this is a glitch, or if they are supposed to take 2 shots. If you know, please let me know. So that was 100% chance of hitting, 70% critical, and we do 9 critical damage again, which puts the super soldier out of action, and this is pretty much game over for the opponent. They're left with 1 sectoid, I'm left with 3 units, so I guess you have to be very, very, very cunning to win a game like that, being left with one sectoid. So just move everyone in to get probably the fastest kill possible. I hide the smoke jumper behind the wall so that I don't know why, but I guess because they're weaker, and I just wanted to get them close and not leave them exposed. At this point the opponent probably knows that they've lost, and they just take a shot to advance the game along. And I am about to write something. Was a pleasure! Exclamation mark. Well played! Exclamation mark. And I do mean it. I think I enjoyed the match. I think they did the best they could with the build. I still think it's a bad build. I still think it's a bad idea to use any sort of super soldier build, because you just end up outgunned in whatever you do, and so that's game over, obviously. It was I think a very interesting game. It was a good test, probably the best test out of 3 for Tokrok's squad. Yeah, you can see there that it's 394 and something crazy hours. I really don't know what the logic is, how it works with people who have played so much, if they have actually played so much, and it's not like some sort of fake hours that they went on a vacation and left the game on. I don't know how it works that after having so much experience they still go for the super soldier. Maybe it does work for some, and I just don't know what exactly it is that they're doing, but somehow they always fail to do that exact magic stuff when I'm playing against them. So that is why I still maintain that a super soldier build is inefficient and likely to fail if you're playing against a moderately experienced player. So once more, guys, thanks for watching. This was the third and final usage of, or whatever, final game played by the squad that was requested by TalkRock84. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.